Proceed with caution. Don't slap your mama. Just me and Keto. Welcome back, Just Me and Keto family. Today I'm making buffalo chicken pops. Buffalo pops chicken, whatever you want to call it, is so good. I really hope you guys enjoy this recipe. It's a keto friendly recipe and I know you guys will absolutely love it. Jump in. So I basted my chicken overnight. As you can see, I seasoned it and let it sit in chicken stock. I used onion powder, crushed red pepper flakes, Kickin chicken seasoning, as well as garlic powder. You can use whatever seasoning you like. I purchased this really awesome chicken shaker, as I call it, or shaker from Amazon, and it has come in handy. So it has 3 parts. It has the bottom part where you place the flour or seasoned flour. And for our recipe today, we're going to place our flours in the bottom of the shaker. We'll use 1 cup of coconut flour and ½ cup of almond flour. Now this makes up to about 6 pieces of chicken. So if you're making more chicken, then you obviously want to add more flour. So we have our almond flour here and our coconut flour, and I'm going to season it with the same seasoning I used on the chicken prior to. So this is Kickin chicken seasoning, crushed pepper flakes, garlic powder, onion powder. Use about 1 teaspoon of each. Welcome back, Just Me and Keto family. Pepper. You all know I love to add a little sweetness to anything spicy, so I'm going to use my sugar alternative blend that I use for everything. I'm going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of that into my seasoned flour. Make sure you give that a good stir. Mix everything together. Next, we're going to put our shaker back on. So you want to put the middle tray on, which is the green tray with the holes in it. Remove the top tray, and we'll use the middle tray to place our chicken on. And you want to place your chicken down and make sure it's centered so that everything gets a nice even coat of flour. Once you have all your chicken on the tray, you want to add the top lid back on. Make sure it's secure so the flour doesn't fall out. And then we can begin shaking. Only a few shakes are necessary to cover all the chicken, but do as many shakes as you like. This gives it a very even coat. And voila! Look how nice and evenly coated that is. So we're just going to sit that to the side. I'm going to take our bowl because we need some liquid. We don't need it. It's not necessarily a necessity, but I like to get as much of the flour to stick to the chicken as possible. So we're going to put it in the flour. Once that's done, which we've already completed, then we're going to roll it in the milk. And I'm using milk because I am using the coconut flour, and milk just sticks to it very well because coconut flour is super absorbent. So milk works better to me than eggs. So we're just going to roll it in the milk for a few and then place it back on the green tray so we can get another layer of flour on. Once you have your chicken on the green tray, place that tray back on the bottom tray and place the top tray over it. And we are going to shake again until all the chicken is evenly coated. I completely forgot to cut the bottom of the chicken for the lollipop style chicken, so I'm going to do it now. It'll be much easier for you all to do it at the beginning of the video, so I'm going to add in a note so you know when to do it rather than doing it once it's coated, because then I'll have to shake this and do another coat again. This is how they look afterwards. And you want to push the meat towards the top of the chicken. I'll be using canola oil to fry my chicken. You want to make sure that it's really, really hot before placing the chicken in so it can immediately begin to cook. And while that's cooking, we're going to begin making our sweet and savory buffalo sauce. We're going to start with 1 teaspoon of our sugar substitute, crushed red pepper flakes. If you want yours a bit spicier or hotter, you can add more. If you want to eliminate it altogether, you can. We're also going to add in 1/4 cup of our wing sauce, mild wing sauce. Mix that all together. Give this a quick taste test just to see if you like the flavor. Make adjustments if necessary. Add in 1 tablespoon of butter and place it in the microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds until melted. Let's take these out and see how they look. Look how crispy and brown they are. This is the perfect consistency, exactly what we want and what we're looking for. Ooh. came through dripping, drip, drip. Came through dripping, drip, drip. How good does these look? Perfectly crisp. Now we're going to take the time to dip these in our sweet and spicy buffalo sauce. Sweet and spicy, sweet and savory, whatever you want to call it. Let's just drench our lollipop chicken in these. I am going to add a little bit of aluminum foil on the ends of these just so it'll be easier to grip and I don't make a mess with my fingers. The chicken is also a bit hot still, so this is completely optional, not necessary. You want to make sure our buffalo lollipops are very, very drenched in the sauce. It gives this such a great flavor. I know you all are gonna love this recipe, so put as much as you want to on there or as little as you want. I chose to put a lot because the sauce is really, really that good. When we think about keto, we usually think about like all the super duper healthy stuff like lettuce and cabbage, asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, you know, some of the meats. But there's really so much you can do on the keto lifestyle. You just have to be able to find substitutions and find alternatives. Look at that. I can't wait for you guys to try these. Look how savory they look, and they taste savory as well. The coconut flour and the almond flour blend does so well together. It literally soaks up the sauce and the flavors. So let's give this a try, shall we? Let's go ahead and give these a taste. I kept my sauce here just in case I wanted some extra sauce. I have a little bit of sugar-free ranch here. Then carrots. No, carrots are not keto, but the benefits of carrots outweigh the whole keto thing. So I'm within my microbes today, and I just got it to eat a few with these. How good does those look? I'm really, really tired. Hi, baby.
My gosh. You watched that? You watched that?
Mm-hmm. That's making.
Does that taste good?
Mm-hmm.
Can I taste? I forgot to taste
It's a
it.
little spicy, so I want you to taste this. You can have a carrot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It
Want some
doesn't-
ranch on it?
Ranch. The ranch is spicy.
No, it's not spicy.
Okay. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try it.
So I found this recipe from another channel. I watch all types of channels when it pertains to food. So the recipe that she used was not necessarily keto, but I just made it into a keto version.
This one, Mama?
Mm-hmm. These are really, really good. And if you guys watch my wing video, you'll see that I made a sweet and spicy sauce. So I kind of used the same sauce, and I just added the buffalo sauce into that. So I wanted it to be like a sweet buffalo sauce, sweet spicy buffalo sauce. It's so good. It's good. Mm-hmm. Carrots are good too.